Where do we even begin to discuss this fight? I would first like to preface that I'm an anime only, so that means I have no idea how the source material went about with this fight, and I can only talk about what I've seen in this episode. Another thing, I'm no expert when it comes to fight analysis like those you see in boxing matches or pretty much any sport. So because of that, I'll tackle this fight as if it were a performance, a play, a dance of sorts between Yo and Ren, and from there, the question to ask is, was it a beautiful display by these two idiots? Was their dance captivating and worth the hype and anticipation prior to its premiere? For me, without thinking too hard about it, it was a fucking good fight. The only gripe that I had was that I was constantly checking the time of the episode because I didn't want it to end. There's no way I would want this fight to end prematurely, and thankfully, it went all the way until the end. Sure, it's not the typical Dragon Ball or Naruto fight where a fight can take episodes to pan out, but for what Shaman King did in just one episode, I found the fight to be within reasonable levels of pacing, hence I never felt any disturbance in the force. With that said, is there anything more that I can add here? A few things, actually. First, I like how calm and collected Anna is at the start of the episode. So much so that she's actually teaching Tamao here on how to best support their man in his fight. Second is how Silva ended up being in charge of Ren for the Shaman fight. It's a good opportunity for our best official to showcase his resolve, so props to his superiors for giving him that opportunity. Another thing is how June is explaining to her dad why she thought that Ren would lose while the fight is simultaneously happening. I think the extra commentary was a nice touch and it adds a bit more flavor to the fight as it goes on. Lastly, two more things. When Ren asked Yo how he escaped the supposedly inescapable super golden Chinese slash dance, was that a JoJo reference? The same way no one can just escape the Thunder Cross split attack, or how no one can just deflect the Emerald Splash? I don't know. I suddenly remembered JoJo when Ren asked that question, so I thought that was actually funny. And the final thing to note, a fucking draw. Like, really. I did not expect that. But looking at it in hindsight, I actually like that it did end up in a draw. Because we now have the perfect narrative for their next rematch, which I am eager to see someday, whenever that day comes. With all of this stuff that I said, I like to sign off now by saying that I thoroughly enjoyed the episode. And simply put, I have no complaints whatsoever with what we got here. And as always, thanks for watching and see you guys next week.